Never pull out a frame out of the center of your hive. Never. You see how I'm starting to side and work?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah,
a lot better.
Yeah.
You can grab the ground. They don't have fingers. That one.
Most of the time the queen's in the center.
Not necessarily.
They don't have fingers.
Do the plastic frames get rigid, brittle in the wintertime? And
I don't know about the newer ones, but if you handle bees long enough, you're going to drop one. You get it halfway out and you're going to drop it. I've had some that busted off of here 10, 15 years ago.
yeah.
I don't use plastic because I cut cells. Now, you see the amount of smoke I'm using? All I'm doing is keeping them under control. I'm not smoking them like roast beef or something.
Wow, look at them all day. What's going on there?
Festooning is how they draw wax. They hang on each other and they draw wax. And bees basically draw wax year round. A lot of people have the idea they stop drawing wax. It's like the old wives' tale, your fingernails, your hair, you die,
Right.
dig it up, they still grow.
Yeah.
Bees
Yeah.
produce wax. It's a natural thing. The more they eat, the more wax they produce.
Right.
You see much smoke come out? Not at all, did it? All right, we got a good frame here of brood. I want to see if I can find the queen here. See, these are ready to hatch. See, put your hand just like this. You can feel the heat coming off this hive right now, the frame. Can you feel the heat? That's how much they're generating. See? Just take it off. You can feel the heat coming up off of it.
So it's,
Oh my
it's what,
gosh.
about 90 degrees in there at all times?
Yeah, usually about 85 low and then 92.
Take them to raise them.
Yeah. Here's your eggs. All right. Come over here. I'll stand over this way. Look in here. On this comb, you can see it real good. Walk up and look in here. See all the larvas?
See it, see it, see it.
Once it's bubbled up, it's like drones.
The larva.
See all the larvas and stuff in here? This is an easy one to see. No, but if you look,
Is that one you want to try to make queen? That's the ones that are.
well,
See
you
the
want,
ones that's
look,
bulging out?
look at the bottom here. It looks like a grain of rice. These just laid. See, these are hatching now. See that one coming out? There's a baby. That's a baby being born now.
See the little bulbs?
See the newborn coming out? Now, here's where the queen's already coming back. As one hatches, she's being replaced right away. Now you see this? I ain't been in this hive before. You see how I use my fingers? Not in the hive tool?
Yeah.
If a hive is worked right, you don't have to. Now look at an angle and what's this?
Here's the queen.
You see that?
Oh, yeah. I see
You see the queen?
I see her.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
Couple second, 2 seconds.
I know. Go down.
Turn around this way. Let.
See?
Yep, there she is.
There. She's
Now,
she's like.
when I tell you things, you think it's BS.
Well, no.
You notice how I held that frame?
But you see how long?
Yeah.
On an
at
angle?
Yeah.
Do this, it'll take you 3 times longer. All right, you see the new ones? Now, if you was making honey, I would call this one out. If you don't want to call the whole frame out, take a knife and cut off 2 inches of this and get all that old stuff out.
Yeah.
See?
Now, on the back of that, on the other side, would you consider that to be like a spotty, well, you can't see it now, but back when they were, when it was cleared away, it was kind of spotty? Is that,
No, look here.
Yeah, right there.
Now, see?
That's where they're hatching out.
See where I got brood here?
hatching.
See this?
Okay.
Brood here? Look at the brood clear over here.
Yeah.
I see her.
See it?
Okay.
I see.
See?
So the ones that are open are the ones that
Hatched.
have just hatched?
Just hatched.
Okay.
All right, now you see where the queen is? You want to be careful.
Yep.
Put her up so you don't damage her.
It's funny, once
When
you
you
see her,
look
you
down
can't
straight,
lose her.
like when you're pulling them out, is she usually look bigger than all of the other ones looking down through?
Look on the side of that frame now. Look over. Look at her. See her?
Yeah.
You don't see her?
Once you find her, you can't lose her, you know, almost.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, right here is the wax spot.
We could make you walk down with her.
They start back at the bottom again.
It's going to look like pepper in the box. And a little bit, a few days more, it starts getting stringy. It'll look like a little bit of cobwebs. And then a little bit later than that, it's going to have little small worms in it.
So is there actually eggs in there right now?
The black specks are eggs.
All the new black things.
So we need to dump that out, knock it off.
We need to do it. We need to do a change out. See, when you have grooves like this, how you look at the amount of buildup you're getting here.
Oh my goodness.
Now, see right here, this white stuff. That's wax platelets. Come off the bee. See them? That's the white wax platelets.
So is it good to seal that, Don?
I like to use a solid piece of wood myself, and then I paint the bottom inside and out. I paint the whole complete box, but I only paint the boxes, and I paint on my covers. I use telescoping. I paint this much on the lip that comes around, and then the whole outside. Don't ever paint the whole lid, because wood has to wick away moisture, and if it doesn't do that, it's going to drip and condensate.
So by painting it, you're happy with just painting it, or would you seal that too? And
I will paint it. Latex will seal it. Also, I can look down there and I can see debris better. See, there's so many cracks and crevices where things can hide in there, and that's what you don't want. Now, see, I got a super, right? Look at the clearance I got. I want to move it back and forth like this. Now, I know people here that have honey. They got a box that's heavy, clunk, right?
Sometimes you can't help.
Okay, even with a full box of honey, you put it on there and pivot it back and forth as you lower it, and you get the bees out of your way. Let's see, the smoker is going. You don't have to use a lot of smoke. Minimal everything. Excess is not good in the beehive. One, you going to try to make a split? You sure you want to do it?
Like what if it's
She's gonna come out and chew everything up.
like is this way?
Yeah.
No, you walk on that and it's
All right, you see, when you take your lid off, always look at the lid first. The lid is going to be where your beetles are going to be, or if you have a super, they're going to be on the top of the frames on the super. All right, we see how this hive, you're getting a habit of working your own equipment. I can be in an out yard. I can say someone's been in my yard. I didn't work this hive last. See it here? See here? Always center them. Even if they, you know.
You see? No, I shoved. Oh no, because I shoved it.
You see how I'm getting my
I had a
smoke
rope
here?
on one queen.
You see what the smoke's doing? It's with it. Now, remember I said I don't want to throw a spark out on a queen? You see they're starting to line up. They're getting defensive. Here, put your hand right here and feel the heat coming out of there. Can you feel the heat coming up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got
Wow, that's a big drone. So
Is that a queen cell?
surprise are not out. Should be out.
Anybody else see the queen cell?
I think there was one on the other side too. Isn't there?
oops, right there.
Right there.
Yeah, there's one there, yeah, and one down there.
There's another one starting too, right?
Watch here. You see how these bees are all over it?
Yeah.
Right. Does
Protecting
that
it.
mean
No.
she's coming up?
They're communicating. Now look at the edge. See how it's getting discolored here?
Yeah.
And look at this one.
Come on, it's getting thinner.
This one is thinned out a little bit, but this one here I would worry about. You see that dent there?
Yeah, it's kind of
Is
whitish
it coming
there.
out?
No, there's a dent.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
might have been bumped. See this one? It's got a nice round one.
Right.
And see how much thinner? That one will be out soon. If this was wax, you could cut this out, 3 more hives.
Okay.
See? See them?
Okay.
So you would just cut them out, put it in, and
Preferably a mini nuke.
right.
What do you just I mean, but how do you attach it to the next frame?
You don't use the next frame.
What do you do then?
You pinch them between the wax.
You take if you've got a frame of honey, you stick the queen cell here, push it up against there. See how to hold it? Then you got this empty space. We've got no frames. You come over here, get a frame of bees, you shake it in there, and they migrate right to the cell. Now, what have you lost? Even this close. 90% of the bees are going to go right out back in here. You need 20 bees to keep that cell warm. Once the queen hatches, when she flies out, she's going to attract a lot more. If 1 pound goes out, 4 pounds come back or more.
Oh, they follow her back.
So basically, you're just trying to get nurse bees in there to take care of her.
Just a
until-
cell.
Just a cell.
You don't need a frame of brood. All the stuff that they tell you. You don't need a frame of brood because you're not feeding nothing. You don't need nurse bees. You don't need all this other brood in there.
So when you're doing the split, you're going to leave the brood and the eggs and all that with the queen.
Yes.
But then the other frames, you just need a queen cell.
Are you listening to what she said? Huh? She's catching it, and she don't have no
Did I
bees.
say it right?
She's catching it. See? You want to take, let's say you got the queen here. Why would you take half of that and move it over here? Because when they fly out, you could lose half of them. If you left the queen here, and then because you're crowded, you took the cell and you moved it, you ain't lost nothing. The production is the same. Everything's going the same.
That one should have cells on it too.
All right, now here, if this one's got cells on it, we can't cut unless you're awful good surgeon, right? A queen castle works good. A queen castle would be an 8-frame hive divided 4. You come over here and pick each frame up. You don't even have, if there's no queen for sure, come over and put it in 2 separate ones or 4. You made 4 queens and you didn't have to cut, you didn't have to do nothing. It's the easiest way you can do it. So what happens?
Do you have a video on the Queen Castle?
Oh yeah, I got a video on about everything.
I figured you did. I just.
The bees, the foraging bees are going to come back here.
Right.
And they go right back to work, so you don't lose no production. The pollen, the honey, everything keeps coming in. But if you do backyard beekeeping, you divide it in half. The minute you divide it where the queen is not, they stop bringing pollen. They ain't worried about that. They're concentrating on making queens. So you lose honey production and pollen production. See? Those are the tidbits that's not in the book. I see these bees are on guard now. Is this the second one that's got frame, or is that the one I looked at?
No, that's the second one.
Is that the second one?
Watch your finger on the other side. There's one right
Okay.
by your finger.
I got one right down here.
There's the queen cell right by your finger on this side. There you go.
This one didn't like it. That cell there probably won't be no good.
What's that?
Look at the bees.
They're not even around it at
They
all.
abandoned the cell. It got chilled. They know what's going on.
There's one up there.
See, they're
There's
still
one
working
right
it.
there.
Well, what about the one right beside it there?
Now that was a little nubbin.
No, go ahead. I've seen
All
it
right,
before.
you want to take
No,
this,
go ahead.
James, you want to take this and make a split? This one's going to come out pretty soon. You want to make a split with this frame?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Here?
There. Do it right there in that box.
All right. Now, you want to put a frame on each side? Where are you going to set it at? All right, we'll use these 2 here. Take that lid and set it upside down on here. And then carry that over here.
So you made one split and now you're going to make another? Is that what you're doing with this one?
I'm gonna build that split up.
Okay.
All right, somebody grab that lid there.
You want to set it on this stand? You want the smoker done or not?
Yeah, get the smoker a little bit. You see how much smoke I'm putting on them? Whenever you shake bees, lock your fingers around the ears. Shake them in front.
What'd you jump for?
We're going. Set that back in there. Make sure you set that one up against the bees.
I will.
Did that scare everybody? Golly!
Jump for nothing.
You gotta get used to working with me. See? Gone.
Now why didn't you shake it directly into the?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Why wouldn't I do that?
I
What do you
don't
think?
know.
Anybody else know? Don't say nothing, Steve.
You want the bees that are going to go there, go into there, and the ones that's going to fly, you want to go back.
Now, stand back and watch the bees fly.
What if they all decide to fly? They won't.
They won't. They're gonna walk up in there.
The nurse bees, the young bees that haven't oriented are going to go up in there. You see how easy a split is.
Yeah.
We do 25 or 50 or more of those a day, every day.
So how long before that one's ready? 3 days?
That one has more than one cell. So what I would do is mark it multiple. I'd come back